Hello, students. Today we are going to discuss forward contract. It is the first derivative contract. As we have discussed in previous class, there are four products of derivative market. One is forward contract, second is futures contract, third is options contract, and fourth is swaps. Now today we are starting with the first instrument of derivative market, which is a forward contract. Let's start with the first official chapter of derivative market. Now to start with forward contract, let us understand the difference between the cash market and the derivative market. Now, in most of the cases, whenever we buy any product, whenever we go to market and we purchase anything, we generally pay in cash. So the moment when we are paying in cash and we become owner of the item, we take this item, we bring this item at home. But that is a case of spot market. Spot market is a market where the actual exchange of uh, commodity, or you can say product, and price has been done, which is known as a spot market. But what if you want to buy product, but not right now, not today, but maybe in future date? So that comes, derivative market comes into picture. And in derivative market, a person has liberty just to enter into contract or to make a promise to buy or sell any specified commodity, but not today, at a pre-decided date. So for example, today is 15th July. I want to purchase a product, not on 15th July, but I want to purchase product maybe on 18th July, 20th July, but not today, in future date. So I can enter into derivative contract. Now, if I want to purchase or if I want to sell any product, then I have four options. I have four choices to enter into derivative market. I can either make a contract with forward market, or futures market, or options market, or through swaps. Now then, what is the difference between all these four? Now if I want to buy or sell a commodity which is available to buy or sell, that means to enter into contract of buying and selling through stock market, that means the commodity is fixed by stock exchange, then it is known as a futures market. So in futures, the commodities are given by exchange, lot size given by exchange, and expiry dates are also given by exchange, stock exchange. So if I'm comfortable with this uh, dates, price, and commodity given by exchange, I can enter into futures market. But if I want to buy or sell a commodity which is not given in stock exchange, for example, I want to buy and sell benches, furniture benches. Now, the contract for benches are not available in stock exchange. Right? I want to buy 5 benches for my students, but not today, after 10 days. So futures is not desirable. I can enter into only forward contract. So forward market is a market where you can buy and sell any commodity, and that is why it is known as a tailor made market with any quantity. See, quantities are also tailor made. I can buy 5 benches, I can sell 5 benches, 6, 7, depending upon my requirements. So in that case, if the commodities are fixed, lot sizes are fixed, it is futures. But if commodity, lot size, date, I want to alter as per my convenience, then it is a forward market. Right? So I hope this the main difference of forward and futures are done. So futures market is a market where the specified commodity given by exchange with a specified date given by exchange with a specified lot size given by exchange. If you are agree with all these three and you enter into contract with other party, it is futures. But if you want to buy other commodity which is not given by exchange, so let's say for example I want to buy 15 kg of Shrikhand or 50 kg of Rasmalai. Now this contract is not available in stock exchange. Then I will enter into contract with dairy, any famous dairy. uh, the dates I can change. Dates can be 25th July. But suppose on 25th July your occasion get postponed from 25th to 27. So in forward market, the postponement, alteration, changes in dates are allowed. So that is what the brief introduction of forward market is. The difference between forward and futures market is. Now let's start with the first one. In most of the cases, as I said, when we acquire asset and pay at the same time, it is called spot market. But a forward market is an agreement to agreement. It is not actually physical delivery of buying and selling. It is agreement, promise to buy or sell an asset at a price we will decide right now. But settlement will be decided or will be done not today but in future date. Now that date can be decided at the time of contract. So forward contract will help us to eliminate the price risk and availability of commodity. So what is the advantage of forward contract? If I enter into contract with someone, so price I decided today. Now maybe on 25th July in market the price increases by 10 rupees, but still I don't have to pay extra 10. I will pay only the price which is decided at the time of contract, and vice versa. If price reduces by 10, then also I have to pay a price which we have decided at the time of contract. Let us learn with the help of a small example. The example of forward market. Suppose the Bob wants to buy house a year from now. Now why it is a forward? Because exchange is not buying and selling house. This is not a commodity which is available on stock exchange. It is a tailor-made commodity. So Bob wants to buy a house, not today but year from after a year. At the same time, Andy also wants to sell house at $1 lakh. So both will enter into contract of buying and selling the house after 1 year, and they decide price today only. Now what happened? Suppose after a year the price of house become $1,04,000. Then also Bob will pay only $1 lakh because the price has already been decided before 1 year, and Andy will receive only $1 lakh because they've entered into contract, right? So the Bob who is buying the contract is known as a long forward. So in derivatives market, buying means long and selling means short. Andy is short forward and Bob is known as a long forward contract. Now let's take the same situation but the other way. Suppose after 1 year the price of house become 95,000 for example. Then also Bob will pay $1 lakh and Andy will receive $1 lakh. So one party may be in loss, one party may be in profit, but the only risk which is removed from forward contract is availability of product. Bob will definitely receive the house. Andy will definitely will be able to sell the house. Right. Now what happens? Suppose the price of house is 1,10,000. Bob will pay 1 lakh, purchase house from Andy, and sell this in cash market at 1,10,000 and will earn $10,000. Right. And if Bob is buying at 1,04,000, cash market price is 1,10,000. So Bob will buy at 1,04,000, sell this at 1,10,000, 6,000 will be gain for Bob, and 6,000 will be loss for Andy. So it only removes risk of unavailability of product and price risk. Both have before 1 year they have decided the price. They have locked the price. एक वर्ष पहला they have done that. Andy will be selling 1 lakh, Bob will be buying at 1 lakh. So for 1 year now they are sure definitely they will be able to sell, and definitely the other person will be buying. So this is a small example of forward contract. Now let's see the features of forward contract in the next slide. So here are the features of forward contract. What are the features? Number one, it is not exchange traded, and the contract which is not exchange, which is not under the stock exchange, it is known as a over the counter contract, OTC contract. So the first feature of forward contract, it is OTC contract, and it is a tailor made. As I said, they don't have to you don't have to enter with fixed commodity, you can always alter. Let's continue the example. As I said, you want to buy 25 kg of rabdi, 50 kg of rabdi. Now, because of bad weather, your guests list has been reduced from earlier. You are supposed to have 70 guests, but now only 50 guests will be coming. So you can reduce the quantity. Earlier from 50 kg, now you can reduce to 40 kg. It is allowed, and that is why it is known as a tailor-made contract. There is no need to enter contract with under stock exchange. This contract is based on mutual trust. You and Dairywala, only you two are entering into contract because you two know to each other. Second, the price is determined now. The second feature of forward contract is you are deciding price today itself. Today you enter into contract to buy 50 kg of rabdi at maybe 70 rupees. So price decided. Now even though after 10 days milk is not available and milk price rises, but you don't have to worry. That Dairywala will definitely provide you at 70 rupees per kg. Right, and vice versa. Third, mutual obligation to perform. Right. Now in forward contract, the third feature is both the parties are entering into contract based on mutual trust. They both have trust on each other. Dairywala will prepare this rabdi and having trust that you will definitely turn up and buy. And you also have trust on that Dairywala that definitely on the day of occasion 50 kg of rabdi will be available to you. So this contract is based on mutual trust. Fourth, there is always counterparty. When there is trust, there is always risk. If the Dairywala is not giving you rabdi, then your occasion you will not be able to provide rabdi to your guest. And suppose on 25th your occasion got cancelled and you are not buying rabdi from Dairywala, so there is a risk of not able to sell rabdi to you because you are not turning up to buy. So there is always risk. But generally, forward contract parties are entering because they both have trust on each other, and that is why any Dairywala will ready to prepare for you without any initial amount. And you also put trust on Dairywala because you also know this Dairywala since long, and that is why you are putting trust on him that on the day of occasion it is available. So generally it is based on trust, and it's difficult. I mean, no one is going to cancel the contract. Then it is mutual consent for cancellation. The next feature of forward contract is if you want to cancel, if Dairywala is not able to prepare, he or she may give you a call a day before on the same day that they will not be able to provide you, and based on mutual consent you can cancel. That you say okay, I'll make order to somebody else, and vice versa. You can also give a cancellation call to Dairywala that your occasion has got cancelled and you are not going to buy. If both the party agrees to cancel the contract, then the contract is cancelled. But if any one party is not agree to cancel, then you have to fulfill the contract. You may have to buy, and if you don't agree to cancel the contract, the Dairywala is saying he is not able to supply you, and if you don't agree with this, then dairy wala will anyhow manage rabdi from somebody else and will provide to you. Next, no upfront payment. Yes, in case of forward market and options market, we have to pay margin to stock exchange. But in case of forward market, there is no case of making a margin payment to the counterparty because it is based on mutual trust. So these are what the features of forward contract is.